it's Lisa here and welcome back to my channel. So today we are building in the world that came with the Get Famous expansion pack. I forgot, Delso Valley, it's called Delso Valley. We are building on this 20 by 20 lot in the middle of Delso Valley. And I never built in this world because it's just so specific and the lots are huge, and I feel like in this area of the world there's just like commercial lots or like community lots make sense, in my opinion at least. So that's why I never built here, but this lot here is actually quite cute. So I built a micro home for a barista. So it's part of the job career micro homes. So I'm building micro homes for every single one of the careers, and we are at the letter B. So last week I built a babysitter's home, and now we are building a little micro home for a barista. So the barista career is just like a part-time job, I believe. And yeah, so I had some like images in my head and I tried to like, I don't know, I had some different, I was just browsing through Pinterest and I was like, okay, how do I make this look like a barista home, you know? And then I thought, okay, well, I kind of have to add like a little bar or like cafe-ish area because why not? I was in the mood for that, and I don't think it's been a while since I've built anything like a cafe or something like this. So yeah, so there is a little cafe in this area. I thought with the businesses and hobbies pack, you can turn this into your own cafe, and the barista who lives here, they also have their own cafe. So they do have the part-time job as well, because maybe the whole like cafe area here, I think, like, to me, it feels like they just started it, you know, and that's why they still have their like old job at the old cafe they usually work at, and now they just decided, okay, maybe I can open up my own, like, you know, my own cafe. So that's what they did here. And yeah, so on the downstairs floor there is a kitchen which also serves as the whole cafe area. And well, when it's raining, the cafe is always closed because when it's raining, you can't really do anything here. It's, well, because the seating spots, all of them are on the exterior because, well, it's tiny. It's a micro home. I only had 32 tiles, so therefore everything is very tiny. And there's not like any, there's not a roof. So if it's raining, then you can't sit here anymore, I guess. And also one thing I loved to do was creating like this little, like, I don't know, I create like with all the flowers, you know, like I use the flowers, like the flower pot there is from my wedding stories actually. I really like the look of this flower pot because it's just like so detailed and the flowers just look so nice, but it's from the My Wedding Stories pack and I always try to avoid using that one. But here I was like, okay, nope, I'm gonna use it because it's amazing and it just perfectly suits my whole vibe. So I also used it like as a little, I don't know, not like vines, but I added it at certain areas of the house here and there. And for the top area here, the things that I'm moving now, they came with the Eco Lifestyle pack and they're like trellises. Yeah, trellis, that's the word for that. I just rotated them with the tool mod to make them, I don't know, to achieve this look that I'm having here. I don't even really know like what it's supposed to be. Yeah, well, it's supposed to be plants here and a trellis, obviously, but I really like how it looks. So yeah. Also the sign in front, it is from Get Together, but I did place from the businesses and hobbies pack. I placed some stuff like the lighting, like the wall decoration, and then also the little icon there. It's from the businesses and hobbies pack, but I will change that later on. So don't pay too much attention to it because I will change it to a nicer, better version later. We are working on the upstairs area now. So here I just, well, since it's a micro home, I can't have floor tiles there. So I just covered it up with some planters. I'm using the Sleek Bathroom Kit surfaces there. yeah, to make it look more cohesive, because the trellises, they were a little bit too thick for the walls. So just to make it like to cover up those little tiny mistakes there. Yeah, just placing some more flowers and some more greenery on the roof and everything, just to make it look more nice. I don't know. I really like how everything turned out here. I would love to have a coffee here, I think. Yeah. So here we are working on the floor plan a little bit more. So the sim who lives here, they definitely do not have a lot of space. So I'm just telling you this. They do not have a lot of space. There's a tiny little room with a bunk bed and a sofa and a dresser, and that's it. And also a bathroom. So yeah, not too much space, but I feel like they live for being a barista. That's like their most favorite thing to do, and they just love to make coffee, and they just always dreamed of having their own little cafe, and now they finally achieved that. But well, sadly they do have to live in a tiny little area, like in a tiny little loft because of that, or not loft, in a tiny little room. Yeah, but they have their own bar, so, or like their own cafe, and that was just the main goal. So therefore, they just have to live in this little room now for now. But maybe one day they will make enough money to move out and have their own like super big cafe, or maybe when they move out they can just like, I don't know, stay at their own house or apartment, and then this is just gonna be like the. Maybe they can expand this little cafe here, you know? So, yeah. I also made sure to place this, I do not know how it's called, like the little thing from Businesses and Hobbies that you can, like the ticket kiosk? Is that how you call it? I'm not too sure, but I also placed that down so that you actually can like turn this into some kind of business. So yeah, now we are just decorating the upstairs area, and there's a little bar here because as a barista you do have to work on your mixology skill, and therefore I placed on a bar. So yeah, there's also a coffee machine and the coffee grinder and everything, I think it's called. Those two items came with the get together pack as well. Yeah, just placing some more coffee cups here, and yeah, as I said, when it's raining the bar is closed because also the coffee cups there, they will probably also the coffee machine. I don't think they can get wet. I don't think that's too nice for the coffee machine. Well, I guess if it's raining, they just have some kind of cover for the machine. Well, do those items actually like in The Sims? Because like if you have like electricity outside and then it's raining in The Sims, then those things always turn out being like broken. Does the same happen with the coffee machine? Because if yes, then that's an issue. That's an issue for the build. I will have to try that out and test this. Yeah, but we are trying to figure out the whole floor plan situation a little bit more, so that I could add some windows on the side. And yeah, here we are just adding some more grass areas. Oftentimes I really struggle to build on those kinds of lots here because they are just surrounded by those stone-ish, like, how do you say that? Oh my god. Like, you know, there's stones on the floor everywhere. And so therefore, I can't really make everything like greenish and just like plants everywhere, because that just wouldn't make any sense in my head. So therefore, I just placed this base game item that we have from the debug menu, and yeah, place some plants on top of that later, just to create the image of a planter. Also, now that I'm like, I rotated a lot because the lighting was horrible on the other side. So therefore I rotated it, and yeah, just so that it looks nice for me to build and everything, because otherwise everything would be dark and I just didn't like that. So therefore I rotated it, but the uploaded version, I also rotated it again, but I think I rotated it like because then the front view of the whole lot was weird. And yeah, you can see in the screenshots how it's supposed to look like, and well, you can just like figure that out in your head as well, I think. There's gonna be a parking space on the side, so just, yeah, the cars are gonna be placed on the side where the road is, obviously. So yeah, I also already did the whole logo thing in front of the lot, like the wall decoration with the little logo. What I did was just using I think it's a wall decoration from For Rent. It's a round one. So yeah, and I rotated that with the tool mod just so that we have the back of it. And then I placed the, how's it called? Like the little icon from Businesses and Hobbies on top of that. And that's how I achieved this look. I'm gonna do it again on the interior just to make the same logo on the interior as well, because that makes sense in my head. So yeah. Yeah, I think most of the exterior is done. We are still like, yeah, I'm switching back and forth between exterior and interior just because of the whole window situation. I really wanted to like make it look nice, but still like, I don't know. I just don't like to place stuff in front of windows, you know, like that just doesn't feel right to me. So therefore, yeah, I'm gonna place some big windows here, for example, but I will change them up later on to smaller ones because I wanted to place a dresser there. But in my head, it just doesn't make any sense that you have those big, beautiful windows and then you just place a dresser in front of them. You know, that just doesn't feel right for me. So yeah, now we are working on the backyard a little bit more. So this is the private backyard for the barista who lives here. And yeah, so I thought it's just a basic tiny little backyard. I looked at some pictures online for city backyards, and I thought, okay, I'm just gonna fence it in and place a bunch of trees around it just to make it look nicer and kind of fit with the surrounding area. I really struggled with this lot. I already tried. I think I tried a couple of times to build like some kind of cafe here or just anything like this. And it always looked weird kind of to me. So, well, but I'm happy how it looks now. I quite like it. I think I think I kind of achieved the look to make it more cohesive here. Yeah. Also, I think like a family home just wouldn't fit here. It just would look weird, in my opinion. So therefore, I thought, okay, let's just build It's not a family home. I just thought, okay, let's build a house with a cafe attached to it. So that will make sense in my head. Yeah. So now we are working on the parking lot on the side, and I just placed down a bunch of cars from the debug menu and tried to make out like what cars look the best. And I was so sad we do not have a pink car. I would love to have a pink car in the whole in the game. Yeah, because the whole like color scheme of the cafe is more on the pink side, if you have noticed. I tried, at least. I tried to make everything look a bit more pink because it just looks so cute with all the different flowers. I love that. So yeah, also with the awning here, I think the awning is from For Rent, and yeah, just placing some bikes here as well. They are from the debug menu from Businesses and Hobbies. And now I'm also placing some trees just to like line out this whole backyard area so that not everybody from the exterior can like look in. Because if I had a backyard like this, I do not want, like, I wouldn't feel comfortable like sitting there because, well, everybody who walks by, they can just look into your backyard and look at you, and well, maybe that's just my social anxiety, but I just don't like that. I do not like that. Also, like when I'm in my own apartment and I do live on the ground floor, and whenever there's somebody from the outside is like walking past me, I mean, I do have like some kind of foil on my window, like something that just makes it like that you can't look through it anymore, but it's kind of like I still feel like everybody watches me, you know. But I guess that's just anxiety. Anyways, here I'm creating some like more flower beds, I guess. It's not a flower bed because I placed a tree inside of it, but I'm using the debug menu again from Cottage Living, and I'm just placing those, how do you call that? Like the fence? Kind of. Yeah, I'm placing it here, and then I'm lowering it with the tool mod just to make like, yeah, so that just the top of it is like peeking through the earth. So yeah, and I try to mimic some kind of flower bed with that because, yeah, because like I said, I just don't like the way it looks otherwise, because there's streets all around the lot and it just wouldn't make any sense to me if I place like a normal landscape here, you know? Yeah, just working on the backyard a tiny little bit more. We are adding those hedges here that came with, how's it called? The Island Living pack. Yeah, I use Island Living. It's a pack that I use so rarely, really. And also, I think the Get Famous pack is also something I use like super rarely, like almost never. I don't even know if any of the items that are used here inside or outside of the house are from Get Famous. I do not think so. Maybe I'm wrong with that, but I don't think I used any of those items. But we are building in Delta Valley, so well. But there are also other 20 by 20 lots existing in the whole world of The Sims 4. So yeah, and here that was the moment where I realized, oh, I forgot to place a toilet here. So I placed down this public toilet there. It's not ideal, I guess, because your Sims, they, like the visitors and everything, they just get a negative moodlet from that, I think. Yeah, but I feel like the whole cafe here is still very much like a self-made cafe, and everything is still like in the beginning of it, so therefore they just have the public toilet there. There's also a toilet here, like a whole bathroom, but that bathroom, what was that? Talking. But that bathroom here is for the Sim who lives here, so it's more like a private bathroom, and you probably don't want all your customers to go into this bathroom, and well, because you don't know who your customers are, and sometimes they might be a little bit more dirty than you are, and then you would have to clean your bathroom like 3 times a day, and that sounds exhausting, especially with the glass wall. Talking is difficult sometimes, especially with the glass wall. Oh my god, with the glass wall there from the sleek bathroom kit. Yeah, cleaning those things are just a pain in the ass. I hate to clean. I'm not a big fan of cleaning, so if anybody wants to clean my apartment, feel free to. No, I'm just kidding. I can clean my own apartment. Yeah. Okay, so anyways, the bathroom is almost finished. We are just adding some more details here and there. I'm using a lot of the sleek bathroom kit and also from the bathroom clutter kit. Yeah, I don't even know what pack the flooring here is from. Maybe Growing Together? Or could also be Love Struck? I do not know. Nope, I don't think it's Love Struck, but I just like the color scheme of it, so yeah. Ooh, I'm also using a lot of the bistro kit? How is it called? I don't know, but there's a bistro kit. I don't know how it's called, the kit again, but I'm using a lot of stuff from that kit, like obviously because I'm building for a barista, and in this kit we also got a coffee machine and just some bar related items, or like also like cafe related items. The door that I'm using in front is from that pack, for example, and also some of the windows, and yeah, just some items everywhere. So yeah, and now we are decorating the bedroom, or like the main room for the Sim who lives here. There's also another entrance door here. That one is, I think, from Tiny Living. Yeah, I use that here so that they also have like their own separate entrance. There's also a mailbox and all those things. So that was supposed to be like the main entrance. And here in front, there's the cafe, which also serves as a kitchen because I did not have any space for their own kitchen here, you know? So they're quite like improvising with everything, but it's their first cafe ever and they're just super excited to have it. So therefore you just have to make some adjustments here and there. So yeah. Anyways, I think we are almost at the end of the video. I think I'm just decorating a little bit more. I do not have a timer here or anything. I do not know how far along I actually am, but I think I should be finished soon. So yeah, let me just, here I'm creating this thing that I talked about, the little logo. So just to make it like on the interior as well, you know, so that it looks like that everybody knows whose cafe it is. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please give it a thumbs up. That would help me out a lot. I'm gonna upload the next video, like micro home job thing video next week. I will try to upload every Thursday, just like one of those little micro homes. I do not know what is the next one actually, but I'm looking forward to building it soon. And so that's what I'm gonna upload next week. There are also a bunch of other great builds that I will upload as well. And you can also download the build from the gallery. My ID is Sunnysimsie. You can find the try files to the build in my description box on my Patreon. There's a link to it. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope you will all have an amazing rest of your day. Bye!